fans of USA Championship Wrestling. KC Gold alongside Lucky P. Larson, Esquire.
We heard your letters, your cards, your emails. I'm back, and don't worry, we'll talk about Flawless Jake Lawless too.
Well, yes, we will talk about that because you were not here. You were already in the back last week when Danny Dollar walked by my table and looked and said, "No more."
Couldn't care less what Danny Dime has to say.
Well, you might want to care.
Nope.
I promise you might want to.
Nope.
But right now, we're going to take it straight to the ring. Starting the night off right
with Lucky P. Larson back on commentary.
With a heavyweight title match.
That too.
You know, the last few weeks have been relatively quiet.
Yeah, and now I'm here to educate the fans again.
How are you going to educate them?
Because if they shut up, they might learn something if they listen to me. Emails, cards, snail mail, smoke signals, everybody begging me to come back to commentary and save this show, and here I am.
But last week you said you didn't care what people thought.
I don't care what people thought.
Then why are you worried about all the mail you got?
I'm simply saying that the management behind USA Championship Wrestling was aware that the ratings were plummeting without me here, and the money speaks.
Well, right now, we're going to talk about Nathan Starr and Gunnar Laine tied up in this match for the USA heavyweight title. And
my money is on Gunnar Laine if Nathan Starr Twerp fights fair and doesn't cheat.
What if Gunnar Laine doesn't cheat?
Gunnar Laine never cheats. Right there. There are 10 closed fists. 10 episodes of cheating right there.
And he has a 5 count, does he not?
Yeah, it took more than 5 seconds to hit him 10 times.
Well, the referee was only at 3.
That's because Escobar can't count.
Oh, he can't count?
No.
Well, there was a count of 1.
Okay, good. He learned how to count to 1 while I was gone. Congratulations for him. Maybe they teach that at Penguin School.
What do they teach at lawyer school?
How to be as good as I am.
Do they ever teach you to shut up?
Only when necessary.
Well, it's
when
necessary.
I win, I know when to stop talking.
Oh, you actually know when to stop talking?
Absolutely. Whenever I win in court.
And up and over he goes again, and an arm drag right in the middle of the ring, and Gunnar Laine is hooked for a 2 count.
Quite frankly, maybe it's because Gravy was in a match last week and they still haven't cleaned up from him being there.
Well, I'm trying to figure out that, you talked about how bad your new client actually needed a haircut.
And he got one.
And
he looks so much better, doesn't he?
Really didn't pay that much attention.
Of course not. You never do.
Not with him. Not after what he did to his uncle right here.
He deserved it.
Oh, he deserved it.
He did.
Bert Prentice deserved the
Absolutely.
attack.
Yep. I didn't see you try to help him. That's what I thought.
You didn't see everybody else try to help?
Yeah, because they're all pandering to him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 30, 40.
And only a 2 count.
Of course, because you got that stupid fat penguin Escobar trying to count. Hadn't learned to count to 3 since I've been gone.
Fans, you can write in and tell management how much you don't want Lucky P. Larson on this TV. You can't do that.
Yeah, and then we'll get nobody writing in because you know I'm the best thing going today. The best wrestler, Flawless Jake Lawless. The best commentator, the best manager, Lucky P. Larson, Esquire.
Can we please, for the love of all things wrestling, talk about the match?
Absolutely. Right now you've got Gunnar Laine being chastised for no good reason by Jacob Escobar, who said he was going to call this fair and square right down the middle when we all know he's lying.
He has called it right down the middle of the entire match. What match are you watching?
I'm watching Gunnar Laine totally dominate Nate Twerp in the corner.
Well, at this point, he is dominating and driving that shoulder right into the midsection.
See him right again.
And a snapmare
right
out of the corner. And that forearm.
Yep, that twisting elbow.
Only a 2 count, and the champion able to kick out.
Of course it's a 2 count. It's Escobar counting.
Well, now Gunnar Laine driving that knee right to the inner thigh.
Uh-oh, here comes Gunnar's here. Hey, look.
And Gunnar Laine trying to turn him over.
Hey, look, Gunnar's here.
And trying.
I think he's quitting.
On it.
I think he's quitting. See, Escobar just quit for him.
Well, Escobar can't quit for him. He's asking, do you want to tap? And Nathan Starr able to get to the bottom rope to break the hold.
Cheap way out.
And Gunnar won't break.
Well, why should he? He's got a 5 count. I wouldn't break either until the count of 5.
Well, if he gets to the 5 count and he counts to 5, it's a disqualification.
Yeah,
correct?
but he didn't. That's why I said I wouldn't.
Whoa!
That's why I said I'd hold on to him until 4.
And Gunner driving the champion down right in the middle of the ring. And now
Putting
Gunner
on the finishing touches of his championship win.
making his way up top.
Come on,
And
Gunner.
As he went for the headbutt, but nobody home.
Well, he hit the logo.
Well, he did hit the logo, but nobody else was home. And now Nathan Starr rolls him up.
His shoulder, come on. His feet are both on the ropes. His feet were on the ropes.
I'm not going to deny that. The referee didn't see it.
Of course. And you're going to tell me he called it fair and square down the middle. Bull.
He didn't see.
Yeah, how do you know he didn't see? He's that dumb.
Because I could see where his position was behind him.
He's that dumb. He's that dumb.
Oh,
good.
Gunner Laine
Good.
attacking the referee.
He deserves it.
After the match, what in the world?
What in the world?
That
he
is going to cost him a fine.
He just cost
And now-
him the title, and he's getting what he deserves.
Well, Nathan Starr back to run Gunner out of here after attacking the referee.
Unbelievable.
Nathan Starr come back to the aid of the official. I thought he had you when he had you in that leg lock, but Gunner was no slouch in that ring.
Gunner's good, I'll give him that. But what kind of lowlife, no. What kind of man attacks a referee, much less somebody that can't fight back? They're here to strictly enforce the rules. What kind of man does that? Do you have an answer for it? I don't either.
He didn't enforce
We can
it.
ask anybody. I know y'all don't think it's right. What kind of man is Gunner Laine? That's the question for the ages. What kind of man is he? I'll tell you what kind. He's gonna be the kind that gets his butt whooped when I get a hold of him.
Herb, we've got big news with the tag titles. We've got all kinds of craziness and chaos going in here, and USA Championship. Smarten us up, so they say.
Well, you know, we said things are going to go, the bar is going to be raised, and we've done that. And I wanted to talk about Miranda Gordy. You know, her father worked for me years and years ago, Bam Bam Terry Gordy, one of the greatest of all times. And his daughter is going to be just as good as he is. And what better way to do it? I know she's held titles in other federations, but she's going to be representing USA Championship Wrestling here as that first woman's champion.
Miranda Gordy, hey, there she is. It's the Bad Street Beauty, Miranda Gordy. Now, Herb's not just telling tales out of school. Miranda, I've been some of those places. You're just collecting titles just like your father once did with the fabulous Freebirds. How does it feel to be a second-generation superstar right here in USA Wrestling?
I am very proud to continue my legacy.
Absolutely. I know there's a lot of pressure on you living up to the Freebird name, but so far, we are really proud of you. We're proud to have you here in USA Championship Wrestling.
I'm proud to be here, and I promise to make all of you proud.
Well, Herb, there you have it. Our ladies champion, so to speak.
Well, without a doubt, that's why I decided to do this. There's no better person that I think that Bert Prentice would want representing USA Championship Wrestling. Thank you. Mae Young. He's talking about Mae Young.
Well, speaking of tag team champions, there's our USA tag team champions out here in the mix of all this. Come on in here. Come on in here, guys. Now, I've heard a name floated around. What are we calling ourselves these days?
What are we calling ourselves? Think of it this way. We are essential to this business, essential to this company. We are the essentials.
The new commissioner, Herb Simmons, says there's nobody better than Miranda Gordy. And I give Miranda Gordy credit. She has won titles all over the place, and her dad was one rough, tough man, one of the greatest ever. But he said there's nobody better to be champion. I can think of 3.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah. Katie Lee, Missy Hyatt, and Nitro Girl Spice. I'd pick any of them over Miranda Gordy.
two of which were not primarily wrestlers.
Not primarily wrestlers, but Missy Hyatt, you know, she had some tough battles with Sunshine in the Mud, and she had some tough battles with Dark Journey, and Nitro Girl Spice had some tough matches there at the end of WCW. And of course, Katie Lee is one of the greatest female wrestlers of all time.
Double elbow from the Essentials, and now Jason Genesis with that big splash on Brett Abele, and Abele able to kick out.
Abele, yeah. So if that's Abele, does that mean that Big Havoc there is Kane? Get it? Kane and Abele? See, if they had Kane here, he could tag with them and beat Kane and Abele.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Then they would have Genesis against Kane and Abele. It would be a complete biblical match. See, folks, you only get this kind of analysis from Lucky P. Larson, Esquire.
That is true. You only get that kind of analysis from Lucky P. Larson, Esquire.
You've missed me, I know.
Only because I haven't thrown anything at you.
No, that would imply you haven't missed me.
And Honcho only able to get a 2 count.
You can't even get your insults right.
If I threw something at you, I'm not going to miss.
Okay, well, throw something at me. We'll see what happens. Flawless Jake Lawless will hit you so hard, hand that throw.
Well, I might let him do that. And Big Havoc with that kick.
He is big.
He is. That's like trying to chop down a tree.
That's pretty much what he's doing. You know, after Honcho has turned his back on all his supporters.
Honcho.
Yep, how'd that work out for you?
Honcho's gonna fly.
Yep.
And I think the entire ring just moved about 6 inches.
Yep. You know, Honcho should be ashamed of himself, turning on the Brothers of Seduction the way he did. He should be ashamed. What? What are you looking at me for? The match is over there.
Did you watch what happened?
Yes. He insulted both of their mothers, and they defended the honor of their mothers. He turned on them. They had no choice. It was horrible what he said.
I think I was watching, and
Yeah, but you're blind.
Cam hit Honcho in the back of the head.
Yeah, after Honcho said something about Cam's mother. I heard it. I can't repeat it because it's a family show.
In the corner.
Now, see, here's my analysis here. If you're going to give a splash to this guy, wouldn't you think it would be better to come from Big Havoc than it would from Mr. Abele?
Well, Brett Abele is not a small gentleman.
No, he's not. But he's not as big as Big Havoc.
Well, that's true.
Of course it's true. That's why I said it.
Oh, and a kick from Honcho, and another one.
That was a
Coming
knee
off
to
the
the head.
That was a foot to the head.
It looked like a knee from here.
Well, maybe if you take them glasses off, you'd be able to see something.
I can see just fine. And see, he attacked the illegal man. He should be disqualified for that.
You do it all the time.
I never attack anybody. Did you see me?
Really?
Yes, did you see me even touch AC Riley in that last match? Did you see me touch him once?
I did not see you touch
That's
him.
right. See, so I didn't get in fear at all. Jake Lawless beat him single-handedly by himself, fair and square.
And now Jason Genesis.
I predict the Swanton.
Up top
1,
makes the tag.
2, 3, 4, 5,
And
6, 7.
That
8,
swanton off the top,
9,
and now Honcho making his way up.
Yeah, of course.
Moonsault. There's a cover. And the winner of the match, the USA Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, why not?
What?
They
is this?
double teamed him. Well, this is clearly they're still upset about what they said.
Well, you have got the former USA
there
Tag
he
Team
goes.
Champions
Soon to be again.
jumping on the Tag Team Champions.
Yep. Finish him off, boys.
And now, Honcho.
Oh!
What a clothesline.
Beautiful.
Watch every second, Jake. Watch it all.
Danny Dollar having some comments to the camera there.
Who cares what he has to say?
You might care.
I don't give one hoot what he has to say because Flawless Jake Lawless is going to shut him up for good.
And Kid Wrestling trying to shake hands with Danny Dollar.
That shows you what a low-class individual he is. He wouldn't even shake his hand.
Well, Danny is not in the mood, and he's actually calling for your client.
Yeah, well, he wasn't paid to wrestle him right now. He's not coming out here.
Oh, and what an elbow. You might want to pay attention there, Lucky.
That's not Jacob Law. That is
you're
not
right.
Flawless Jake Lawless.
It's
That
not.
is not anywhere close to my client.
But this is the gentleman that wants a piece of your
Well,
client.
how does it feel to want? I want Katie Lee. How does it feel to want?
Oh, and now Kid Wrestling just caught that cutter.
That's not Flawless Jake Lawless.
And a 3 count.
Yeah, whoopee. That's not Jake Lawless.
Danny Dollar.
Jake Law! Come on! You, Pete, I don't really care at this point. You know where to find me.
Herb, Simmons, we've had a lot of activity over the last several weeks here, USA Championship Wrestling, and I know you wanted to speak to it.
But first of all, I wanted to say thank you to all the fans at home who tune in to USA Championship Wrestling, to all the fans here in attendance. It's been great. You know, we can't do it without the fans. Like Bert Prentice and I've said for many, many years, it's like baking a cake. We have to have all those ingredients, and the fans are the big part of it. So I really appreciate the warm welcome over the last several weeks of being here. As a commissioner, I promise both Bert Prentice and you heard me tell Jerry the King Lawler, this year, 2020, with everything that's been going on, we're going to look forward to the King celebration.
Absolutely.
And you, Matt, you know, I really appreciate everything that you've done over the last several weeks. You've been there, like I said. If I go here, you're there, and I'm going to give you a match. So we'll schedule that.
Yeah, next week.
No, and I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah, he looks like he's got to be at least, what, 9, 10, 12 feet tall?
7.
That's what I said.
7'1". No, you said 9, 10, 12.
Well, 7, 9, 10, 12. At least I can count higher than Escobar. Oh, wait, that's right.
But you can't count in order.
Escobar's lying in a hospital bed somewhere.
Yes, and there will be fines for that, I am
Oh,
sure.
whoop-de-doo. He brought it on
I am
himself.
sure there will be fines.
He brought it on himself. And, you know, Nate Torp's out here saying, well, what kind of man would hurt somebody that's out here to enforce the rules? Yeah, well, he didn't enforce the rules very well, did he? Because both Gunner Lane's feet were on the ropes, and Escobar, that stupid, blind, fat penguin, still counted to 3. He deserved what he got.
And now Matt Starr.
There you go. Chop the big man down.
Stomping the foot and
There you go.
trying to knock the man off his feet by hitting his knee.
Well, that's one way to knock a man down, isn't it?
Yeah, you see how big that man is?
He's a tall man. I give him credit. Of course, he didn't have anything to do with that.
Now Matt Starr trying to hug Hunter Wolfe.
Well, see, he's a lover, not a fighter.
Well, then maybe he shouldn't be a champion.
Well, you know what? He won it.
Most champions I know have been lovers and fighters.
Well, then there are those of us that prefer to just love. I'm not a fighter. I'm a manager. I'm not a wrestler. Although I did hold my own against that loser Kevin Zion.
You're more of a loudmouth than you are a fighter.
I win. That's what matters.
Oh, Matt Starr.
That's not a good idea.
No. Not going to work, Matt.
No.
Matt, please.
Now this might work.
Oh, this, you know what goes up?
Must come down.
Well, he's got the rope.
He does.
And Hunter Wolfe just let him go.
Well, that wasn't very smart. See, if I was his manager, I would have had him slam him to the floor.
Well, Mean Mike.
That's not smart at all.
Oh, what is... And Mean Mike got him hung up over there.
Yep.
He should have paid attention to
Well, you know what?
Matt Starr and not Mean Mike.
No matter how big you are, that'll stop you.
Especially when you've got somebody like Matt Starr to work on your knee.
I see. I told you working on the knee is smart. I taught him that, you know. What are you looking at me like that for?
Like you taught him how to wrestle.
I said I taught him that move.
And Matt Starr driving that double axe handle down on the back of Hunter
I
Wolfe.
don't think this is going to work.
Uh-oh.
Nope, I was right again.
Matt.
Up.
And he slipped it.
Yep.
And Matt Starr just rolling out of the ring.
That may be the smartest thing he's done today.
It may be.
Of course it may be. I said so.
And looks like Matt Starr.
He's smart. Well, Mean Mike's gone for a timeout. I give him a timeout. You get 3.5. He called timeout. He called timeout.
There are no timeouts in wrestling.
There are if I say there are.
No, there's not.
See, if he's smart, he'll just drop right back
Matt
down.
Starr back in the ring.
Well, that may not be
Finally.
the smartest thing.
And now, Matt Starr is, he's a lot like you. He spends a lot of time running his mouth.
Well, he's the champion, and I'm the manager of champions, so we obviously both know what we're doing.
Except you're not managing a champion.
Give Flawless Jake Lawless a title shot, see what happens.
So you think, give him a title shot against Matt Starr and he'll win?
Matt Twerp, Nate Twerp, doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. So your buddy Mean Mike wouldn't have anything to say about that, would he?
Mike and I have a business understanding.
Oh, what a kick from Hunter Wolfe, that big size 18.
That looked like it hurt.
It did. And now, where are you going?
He's going to get an ice pack for his head.
Well, he's going to need one.
Well, he knows that he can't lose the title via count out, and he's taking advantage. I taught him that too.
And Matt doesn't even know where, I don't think he knows where he's going.
He's going to the back.
And
Oh, wait, he's coming back.
no, he was going through the wrong door.
Hey, both doors work. Oh,
Yeah.
see, keep your eye on me, Mike. He's a slippery one.
Slippery as a snake.
Yep,
And what in the world?
exactly what I said.
Mean Mike. Ring the bell.
Yep,
Matt Starr just got counted out.
yep, but he's still the champ, isn't he?